that Robot Wars journey with the Extreme series. This is going to be episode 2. Strap into your seats, kick back and relax, grab your snack, grab your drink, and let's have some good time. Hopefully some good Robot Wars destruction. And yeah, let's do this. Let's go, baby. Snacks not included, boys and girls. Let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Mayhem, Craig Charles.
Tonight, there will be chaos. Tonight, there will be carnage. Tonight, there will be no turning back. Because right now, Robot Wars goes extreme. And who do we want to see in action? Well, we shall see, my friends, we shall see. But the big question is, will we see the end of Hypnodisc? Officially, Robot Wars' most destructive robot.
Yes, Craig, tonight's main event will be the ultimate mayhem mashup. Can the deadly Hypnodisc survive the onslaught of 2 awesome robots, Wheelie Big Cheese and Ming 3? But whilst our competitors prepare, we've got the first of our Tag Team Terror battles. Will the reigning Tag Team Terror champions King V3 and 101 keep their crown of carnage against Johathan and Megamorg? There's a monstrous melee featuring 6 of the meanest middleweights on the planet. Stinger faces a newcomer keen to join the Robot Wars clan in our wild card warrior battle. And we've a vengeance battle that promises to get ugly between the Titanic Exterminator and the awesome champion of the Second War's Panic Attack. All that before our monstrous main event featuring Hypnodisc in a 3-way melee with Wheelie Big Cheese and Ming 3.
Nice.
Let's remind ourselves what Hypnodisc can do. It can literally shred armor, weaponry, speed controllers, motors and batteries. Awesome, awful, demonic, destructive. It's not hype, it's Hypnodisc.
Yes, yes, yes. Will we see an end to Hypnodisc's reign of fear? But first on the bill is the definitive Tag Team Terror match. There's going to be destruction. There's going to be devastation. So, let the wars begin!
Craig, let's kick off the carnage with a Titanic Tag Team Terror tussle. The reigning champions King B3 and 101 back to hang on to their title against Johathan and Megamorg. The winners through to the tag semi-finals later on in this series of Extreme.
Whoa. Definitely going for King B and 101, man. Just 2 kick-ass robots.
King B and 101 were worthy winners of the title, defeating Firestorm and Scorpion in the final. Quite easily, I thought. But then best of friends, best of enemies, they turned on each other. Is there friction in the camp? What's going to happen in this series of the Tag Team Terror?
I'm in the pits with Johathan and Megamorg. Now, you're an unusual pairing. How did you get together?
Well, they were trying to transport a load of blow-up sheep into Ireland. That stopped them, you know. Well, they're only ninja now because we conscious.
But are you a robotic match made in heaven? Because you are up against the reigning champions. Do you stand a chance, even?
Rain doesn't bother us. It doesn't rust.
What do you think about that? Can you beat the reigning champions?
Well, they're only champions because we weren't in it last year. You know?
They haven't got a hope in hell.
No way, Jose.
I'm here with the reigning champions, King B Powerworks and Team 101. They're looking confident. Are you united as a team this time round?
Absolutely solid.
Yeah. Been working together for a while?
Yeah, we've been working together. We've got this really sewn up, we think, now.
Are you as confident as that?
Dream team. We're just going to go out there and trash them like we did last year.
Excellent. And what's your prediction for the match then?
Well, I think when we finish with Megamorg, there's going to be a cremation.
Let's go.
From Clondalkin, Dublin in Ireland, Johathan. From Pencluid, Swansea, Megamorg.
Johathan on the left and Megamorg on the right. Let's have a look at the stats. Johathan's problem, it catches fire. As for Megamorg, it's the heaviest in this tag contest, 99 kilos, and not too quick.
Yeah, yeah.
From Havant in Hampshire, King B Powerworks. From Kettering, 101.
So the King B Powerworks stats cost £4,000 to build, but will it be retired early? His teammate cost 101 pence to build. Good traction control. Mike Franklin's experience with the controls vital.
Roboteers, stand by.
Woo! So, Dear Tour, the Irish team, with the Welsh stickers taking up its position in the corner, which means that Mega Morg will be out in the arena. Yes! The Welsh and Irish team. There's Dorian Cordy getting a massage from Dr. Zulu. Peter Redmond at the controls of Dear Tour with the fur devil's caps. King B into the corner, leaving 101. The reigning Tag Terror champions. Mike Franklin at the controls of 101, Simon Harrison for the King B Powerworks team. And don't forget, our own terror, Sergeant Bash in the war zone to keep an evil eye on things, along with Shunt. Huge push from the scoop.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
So 2 robots start. They can change by tagging their teammates in the corner. Mega Morg looks by far the bigger, but it's only 2 kilos heavier than 101, with the little front spikes that can flip if they can get underneath Mega Morg.
Ooh, nice.
There you can see the spike like a serpent's tongue. Onto the picture of Anne Robinson. Mega Morg unhappy with her comments about the Welsh, who will be the weakest link here. There's a tag. King B replacing 101. And also the other tag, Dear Tour's out with the inflatable sheep just trying to drift by and past his opponent there. King B trying to thrust with the front lifting forks. The sheep, well, he's lost his sheep. Dear Tour, Little Bo Peep, smashed against the arena wall, has tagged, or has he? Mega Morg sits back in there. Be prepared for mayhem here. Absolute confusion. I'm sure it'll all just break down into an utter rumble. There's the circular saw on the front of King B. A Pussycat-style circular saw we've seen on Pussycat, that famous robot from Robot Wars in the past. And there's the front lifting forks on the back and the circular saw. Takes on the sheep that goes flying there. Old Larry the Lamb. Dear, oh dear. Dear Tour. Well, the fur has been scratched. And Mega Morg wants to come out and protect Dear Tour. Can they tag in there and allow Mega Morg to come out? Why is Dear Tour taking the punishment here? And why is Mega Morg not coming out? Mega Morg a little shove on the teammate and now comes into the action with the Welsh slogan on the back. Mega Morg slamming into both King B and 101, and they're both out on the war zone floor. I warned you of this. There's the spike. Dear Tour's on fire. King B has been tossed around the arena by Dear Tour. Meanwhile, Mega Morg and 101 are thrusting against one another. There's 101 with a little push there on Mega Morg. King B spinning around. Dear Tour's on fire. Absolute confusion. 101 chase after Mega Morg with the fur-lined team colours and the picture of Anne Robinson. 101 now under pressure from Dear Tour.
Nice.
Dear Tour will flip 101. Don't worry about that. That can work both ways up because of the tank traps. But is only one of the tank traps working? I think it is. And all of a sudden, the reigning champions are in trouble because I think King B is spinning wildly out of control. And the reigning champions could be facing elimination here in the Tag Team Terror. There's no control on King B. And 101 in trouble too. This could be a shock.
I think they got it.
Tag Team Terror. Too close to call for us. We're going to go to the judges to make a decision. While they're making up their minds, let's see the highlights.
Should be interesting.
Very, very even early on. We know that King B put Dear Tour in trouble. We know that Dear Tour was on fire. But decisive moments came a little bit later on when 101 for me lost traction and King B was left spinning wildly. I think the underdogs have won it here.
And the
I think they might
have made their decision. Remember, they're looking at style, control, damage, and aggression. And they've They've gone for Mega Mode!
They did it.
You're the reigning tag team terror champions.
No more.
And you're not anymore, though.
No, it's very dismal, wasn't it? We've not gone like that before, you know, it's very, very disappointing. We are very down about this now.
I'm sure you'll live.
I think if he could have kept going, we would have won. But it's his fault.
It's his fault
we lost.
So blame him. Go and argue in the pits. I wouldn't talk to him for a while.
I didn't see yours going that fast.
Yeah, but I banged a load of holes in there.
I reckon you should look for different teammates next time, don't you?
Well, it was all mates to start off with. Now we're lost. Look.
I'm sure you'll admit you couldn't lose to a nicer set of lads.
Yes! I'd just like to say that makes us the world champions now. It may as well stop the tournament now. We've beaten you lot. We are the world champions. Yeah!
And it would appear that Anne Robinson scares robots as well, because well, they were the weakest link. Goodbye.
Damn.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye. Let's hear it for Mega Morgan, dear.
Good job.
You're not talking to him then?
Well, I'm a bit peeved because 101 died and it's got an absolute 100% track record of never breaking down,
So it has to be his
I
fault.
think he's jinxed us, yeah, really. And I think if this has carried on, Bond was still going on one track at least. We'd done some damage and we could have won, but...
So we've seen you guys bickering quite a lot in the past, it'd be fair to say that.
We're trying to get separate benches now.
Do you think there's going to be a grudge match?
I won't be surprised.
Well,
We're going to get him working first, but
yeah.
if we do, I think I'll give him a good levering. In the arena, of course.
What was that, Mike?
I think we'll give yours a good levering. What do you reckon?
No, I'm not having it.
Yeah.
I think they should fix their robots first, eh?
Like a married couple.
Well, it was always going to happen. And we'll let them slug that vengeance battle out another time. But right now, we're getting ready for an unmissable fight. Will the biggest bot on the block, Hypnodisc, finally get grated by Wheelie Big Cheese?
Anything could happen.
Tonight, it's not going to be Hypnodisc, it's going to be Flipnodisc.
All right, fair enough.
They can talk the talk, but can they walk the walk? Hypnodisc is waiting. But first, when it comes to fighting, size isn't everything, madam. And tonight, we've got some middleweight wonders to prove it.
Yes, Craig, 6 robots come together to decide who will be our middleweight mayhem champion. They're light, they're quick, they'll fly. Doom and Genesis, Hard Cheese and Mammoth, Typhoon and Zap. Anything can happen. This will be baffling and bamboozling.
From the Edinburgh Air Cadets in Scotland, Typhoon.
This machine can spin at 70 miles an hour, circular in shape, the chrome look, but it has no Sremek, can be toppled.
Yeah.
From Broadheath, Manchester, Zap.
They say Zap can pull a car. The chassis is steel and iron. The flipper can lift at 750 psi, but it can only get top speeds of 7 miles an hour.
From Liverpool, Hard Cheese.
We've seen Hard Cheese before. Sir Killalot didn't like it. No self-righting mechanism. The stainless steel cutter deserves respect, though.
From Southend-on-Sea in Essex, Mammoth.
Good effort here by Ian Burrell to build a walker. Not easy. Multi-weaponed with a saw and an axe. But let's be honest, would you bet your mortgage, your car, your pencil case on that?
Nope.
From Rutland in Denbighshire, Genesis.
Genesis lacks a little bit in power from 2 24-volt wheelchair motors. Rams opponents, though.
From Rosendale in Lancashire, Doom.
And finally, Doom, basically an upturned wheelbarrow with a lunchbox housing the electrics. Big pushing power, little hope if you go by the weight. It's the lightest here.
All right. I think we're gonna rock with Zap on this one. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Some of these look extremely lackluster. I'm hoping to be proven wrong with their battle. It's always hard to gauge how good a robot is until they battle. But yeah, we're gonna go with Zap on this one. Good luck, all.
Roboteers, stand by.
Burn.
So as Refbot surveys the scene, let's just check our house robots. Sergeant Bash, of course, with the flamethrower, can go a long, long way, that thrower. And shoulder to shoulder with his pal, Matilda.
Roboteers.
Don't really want to examine their relationship too closely.
3, 2,
1. Activate.
Well, the early action surrounding Genesis, the silver. Zap with the hazard strikes. There's Typhoon spinning away.
Nice.
And Typhoon looks the most effective of these. Immediately of the middleweights. Spinning
Pretty cool.
around madly there with the 770mm diameter steel pipe to cause damage. Look at the action from Typhoon. And where are the rest gone? There's
It's
Mammoth
scary.
the Walker. Ho-ho, Typhoon here. Poor old Mammoth is stuttering around. Stay out of trouble if I was you. Ian Burrell, a robot driver, a service engineer. My train, oh dear. He's cut the legs right out from underneath Mammoth. Typhoon is really whipping up a storm here. Tremendous stuff for the Edinburgh Air Cadets. Flying Officer Peter Bennett, Cadet Gary Cairns, Cadet Hazel Taylor. This is a formidable machine. Well, this is only a middleweight contest, but I think if you threw Typhoon in with some heavyweights, they'd have a real chance. Mammoth's chances? Well, I'm not too sure. To be honest, I think my lawnmower could probably do better. Archie's in the background. Refbot comes in. This is Genesis. About to be counted out, I'm sure.
Uh-oh.
Still other robots fighting, though. Doom and Typhoon and Mammoth just about for plucky Ian Burrell. This is the end of Genesis. Do you fancy Genesis? Something in the air tonight. The Air Training Corps team is grounded. Have a look at this. It was a short flight.
Boom.
And they crashed back down to Earth with a bang.
Nice.
Bango Genesis. Oh dear, is that a tear? Never mind, eh? Well, meanwhile, let's have a look at poor old Mammoth. Next to go, Close Encounters of the Robot kind. And the woolly Mammoth is gone, and Zap has gone too.
Hey,
This is
Typhoon,
great
baby.
fun. Bash looks on, didn't need to get involved. A pair is twice as nice. Now, Archies and Doom, we'll have a little bit of you, please. Thank you. Onto the flip, and up there you go.
God damn.
Poor old Doom, oh no!
Ooh.
Doom, Zoom, Matilda came in with the tail. Just add insult to injury. Look at this. There he goes, Doom. And Matilda comes in with the tail.
Nice.
And the ending of this particular tale sees Typhoon, the one team standing.
Typhoon was actually pretty cool when it did that one hit where it kind of flew a little bit. Remind me of those air hockey games and stuff. So surprise robot right there. Not bad. Cool.
Mammoth fight! Hard cheese to Doom, Genesis, and Zap. Hey, Typhoon! Only robot standing. They win the middleweight melee.
Well done.
Well done, young man. Well done. Well done. Come here, sir. Come here. Come and join in. That is one mean robot.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a middleweight.
Yeah.
Why didn't you build a heavyweight?
Well, actually, now that we've won the medium weight, we want to challenge the military heavyweights.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Now, do you think you could survive in there with the big boys? I think you could.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we might see if we can arrange that. We'd love to see you do it. I tell you what, serious robot. Did you enjoy that?
Definitely, it was great fun.
Extreme middleweight melee, and you are the winners. Hey, well done. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Typhoon!
That might be the surprise robot so
tonight's
far.
big hypnotist fight, we've got a brand new battle on the bill. New kid in town. Never fought before. Want to join our legion of robo heroes? It's our wild card warriors.
Well, Craig, initiations do not come much more extreme than this, because to earn the right to fight on Robot Wars, our newcomers have to face some of the veterans of the wars. Now, our new guys are going to be trembling in their boots because they're up against the almighty Stinger team. Hello, boys.
Hello.
Now, the standard is so high on Robot Wars now, isn't it? What does it take for a newcomer to be even approaching your league?
Extreme.
Yeah? Extreme what?
Courage.
Yes?
You must have courage to come up against this. This seems some serious battle, and we're going to just show him what you got to do to be a top robot.
So, Team AJ, are you afraid?
Of?
Your opposition. They're telling you should be afraid, very afraid.
No chance.
No?
No worries. No worries at all.
Is it quite scary going up against a robot with the reputation of Stinger?
Yes, it is.
Yeah?
No, it's not at all.
No?
There's a heap of junk, shouldn't even be here.
Woo! Finally. Fighting soft.
From Branston, Lincoln, Stinger.
I seem to remember they had steering problems in Series 3. They went straight into a pit after 50 seconds. A spinning, whirling dervish with a venomous axe and top speeds of 80 miles an hour.
From Tilehurst in Reading, AJ.
Big words from the pits from the AJ team. Big weaponry, 4 expanding flare arms that retract into the body. Yeah, I'll wait to see them in action. These are first-time competitors.
Yeah, I gotta agree with this guy. I'm going to go with Stinger. We'll have to see if this one can prove itself and hold its own against Stinger.
Privateers, stand by.
Also, don't forget that Stinger were grand finalists in the 4th series of the Wars. Tim Mann there on the left, Carl Skinner in the middle, Kevin Scott on the right. And here's the AJ team. John Shepherd there on the left-hand side and his son-in-law, Liam Ryan.
Good luck.
Any eyeballing going on that Robot Wars arena floor? Well, only from the ref bot. Our house robots here. Yes, it is. Invincible. Sir Killalot.
Yeah.
Partnered with this clash by Matilda with the tusks and the flywheel.
3, 2,
1. Activate.
Basically, the message of the Wild Card Warriors. Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. If you think you can take on one of our all-star veterans. And that's what AJ think they can do here. Low centre of gravity, of course. 25 centimetres off the war zone floor. Dodging away from the great bludgeoning axe of Stinger.
Not bad.
As for the weapons of the AJ team, I thought those arms were supposed to come out and flail. I don't think they are at all. Well, I'm worried about that. Comes in on a driving attack, hits Stinger, and also goes into the tyre release button, which releases the pit of oblivion there.
Nice.
You can see. It's a new feature for Robot Wars Extreme. Crashing and bashing around AJ. Dashing around the arena floor. But is there control? Is there any aim to this? Stinger tries an attack with the axe. Hits the arena floor. That's a problem with Stinger. The control of the weaponry by Kevin Scott, Carl Skinner and Tim Mann has deserted them in the past. Where's AJ going here? AJ! AJ! Okay. KO. I
was
think
doing
so.
good.
Driving straight into the claws of Killalot. Liam Ryan, well, he had the boast, but his robot, I'm afraid, has not made the most of this experience. Or has it? Can it come again? AJ turning, spinning away from Stinger. It's not been the best display from Stinger, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Again, crashing down with that great mace. Spiked mace, if you like. It can bludgeon, it can ram, it can pierce and penetrate. And AJ's weaponry can do absolutely nothing. There it is, AJ on the arena side. The underdogs have come here, though, with plenty of pluck, determination and courage, and we'll give them credit for that. Weighs 100 kilos, AJ, against the 83 kilos of Stinger. There's Liam Ryan at the control. Loves his cricket, does Liam. He's not knocking Stinger for 6 here, though. In wide of the mark on a couple of occasions.
Uh-oh.
Stinger into the CPZ, could be in trouble here, though. Again, Killalot, we've seen this before when Killalot's managed to grapple a hold of Stinger. They've done all the work, but it looks as if they could get tossed out of the arena here. But Killalot's got to beat the clock. The clock is ticking down. Can Stinger survive? Can Stinger stay in? I think they've just stayed in. Out of the arena they go. But I think it was after time, in which case Killalot was bang out of order there. We should go to the judges. We should go to the judges, Craig.
The rules go out the window. Killalot, not a good boy. We're going to have to go to the judges. They're looking at style, control, damage, and aggression.
Newcomer did all right, I felt, but yeah, not too much spinning on Stinger, man. We're used to him doing his little spin shit, and he didn't do shit. He, obviously he hit with his main weapon, but I'm so used to him spinning attack that we didn't really see it.
The key factor here: how many points could AJ rack up when it had no weaponry? Stinger had the mace, the axe, and again on the attack there. AJ 1 or 2 bumps and bashes. The control around the arena wasn't great, but Stinger got itself into trouble late on in the battle. Could be decisive, couldn't it? We'll wait and see.
Well, the judges have made their decision
Tell
based
it.
on style, control, damage, and aggression. Now, this is not a unanimous decision. They've decided 2-1 that the winners are Stinger.
Oh, shit. I think I hear some boos.
Hard warrior. Yeah. You just fought a robot that's ranked 5th in the UK.
And we were robbed.
And you think you were robbed? You certainly put up a good show.
So yeah, I feel proud of it. Done
Well
a
done.
decision, we'd have got that.
I tell you what, you've got a good robot there, but there's some things that don't you think you need to sort out? For a start,
Control.
And weapons. I mean, you're a spinner.
Yeah.
But you can't drive forward and spin at the same time. You just spin and then drive and then spin.
Well, the way it's supposed to work is that we could do that, but it don't work how it's supposed to work. And against these guys, we thought we'd try and just bash them into the pit. That was a tactic.
I tell you one thing, though, bringing a robot that doesn't work into the robot war arena can sometimes end in tears,
And no doubt we'll find out, or if we have found out.
I tell you, though, I mean, ranked 5th in the UK.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a new robot on the block, and you've done really well.
Well, you know, we weren't there just make up the numbers. We're going to give it our best shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for AJ.
They did good.
The words nearly, face, and egg come to mind. You nearly got some egg on your face there.
Nearly got some egg on our faces, yeah, but we came through in the end. I really enjoyed that fight, and AJ did so well for a beginner. Killalot, he had it in for us, didn't he?
What has Killalot got against you?
I don't know. We didn't actually go into the CPZ, so he was a bit out of order.
Oh, no, no. But, like, we were just trying to test them, you boys,
Yeah.
and your robot's tough enough to take it.
It was in the end, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Brilliant robot. This is Stinger. Tonight's big robot rumble is coming up like a jail on wheels. It's a fight to the death. Hypnodisc, wheelie big cheese. And if that wasn't enough, they're going to be mixing it with the merciless Ming.
At the end of the day, we're from planet Mongo, and they're just pathetic Earthlings.
We getting Flash Gordon vibes here up in this piece, or am I wrong?
Well, we're going to see about that. But first, can you believe it? Someone's got a grudge against Panic Attack, the former British champions.
That's
Julia,
crazy.
What could anybody possibly have against Panic Attack? Lovely
Word.
lads.
Yes, Craig, Panic Attack are a lovely team. So what can Exterminator possibly have against Panic Attack?
Well, I just can't work out what they got against us. The first year, they took us out in the heat final. The second year, then, they managed to black their way through sumo and beat us. And then they burst a pipe on Killalot's hydraulics just before we went in, so we were sliding everywhere. So that's it. We're after them. It's payback time.
God damn.
Panic Attack, is it just a case of sore losers?
It's just full of excuses, aren't they?
What do you reckon? Sore losers. Can you still beat them? Yes. No problem. This is
Sore
really the sort out
losers.
the men and the boys.
Yeah. Let me see.
From Thornhill, Panic Attack.
0 ground clearance, 0 turning circle, lifting forks, champions of the Second Wars, twice semi-finalists, polycarbonate and bulletproof fiberglass shell. Why the need to panic? No need at all.
From Belmont, Exterminator.
At 99 kilos, just the heavier, low centre of gravity, strong base and axe, but sometimes I think it's too quick for its own good at 25 miles an hour. But what power!
All right. We're going to go with the vets, even though both of them are technically vets. We're going with Panic Attack.
There's Panic Attack. From Wales, the experienced Kim Davis at the controls with his son Michael and Christian Bridge, both 12 years of age, and Exterminator, Marlon Pritchard, the team captain, an instrument engineer, and then next to him, Paul Lewis and Simon Baldwin. Panic Attack, winners of the Second Wars, immediately under pressure from Exterminator, or were they? They flipped Exterminator over. Exterminator can self-right. Kim Davis, piqued by the attacks on his reputation.
Are they?
They beat Exterminator in Series 3 and indeed in the Sumo. Exterminator didn't like it, hence the vengeance match here. And Panic Attack have pressed the release button so that the pit of oblivion will soon descend. And from the look of it, Exterminator will be in that pit of oblivion, trying to claw their way back into a vibrant battle here, and just about doing so. The axe helping out. Deathbot has a look. Panic Attack gets the forklifts underneath Exterminator. Exterminator backing away. Meanwhile, Panic Attack shoved onto dead metal to kill a lot in that top corner. Panic Attack dodging away from Exterminator.
Careful.
Whoa, very close to the pit. Don't want to get too close in there.
Uh-oh.
Raising Exterminator up.
Okay.
With the great prongs. Turning Exterminator around. 2 lorry windscreen wiper motors help power. Panic Attack onto the attack. Nudging Exterminator towards the pit. But will they go in themselves? No! Hanging on. Dumping Exterminator. Good technique. Good driving skills by Kim Davis once again. This time in Robot Wars Extreme.
Do you like grudge matches? I said, do you like grudge matches? Well, the obvious winners were Panic Attack. Come on, lads. Come on.
That felt way too easy for Panic Attack.
The vengeance battles go.
That was pitiful, really, wasn't it?
Do you accept that this, now, is a far superior robot?
No, we were just unlucky.
That was bad luck.
It was bad luck. Yeah. It just wasn't working as well as it should. We'll be back for him.
Never mind, guys. It's nice to see you here again. Nice to see you enjoying it.
Thank you.
Unlucky, though, eh?
Yeah. Sore loser.
That driving was immense. Yeah. I mean, you activated the pit button. I mean, the skill that you used to drop them into the pit was awesome.
Yeah, it's driving really well at the moment.
I mean, don't you feel a bit sort of like, I mean, these guys really think they can take you, you know? That's the third time you've whooped them. They still believe they can take it.
They can dream on.
They can dream on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Panic Attack!
Dream on! You heard it there. Dream on, boys and girls.
He's never been truly disgraced in the war zone before. But is this the end of Hypnodisc? Wheelie Big Cheese and Ming are out to make sure it is in a three-way fight to the finish. It's the ultimate mayhem!
So the terrible trio, Hypnodisc, Wheelie Big Cheese and Ming 3. Only one can survive to go through to one of our Annihilator finals.
Well, I'm in the pits with Hypnodisc. I'm helping take them to the arena. I have to say, I'm proud just to be seen with this robot. I love it. Now, are you worried about this fight? Because Wheelie Big Cheese is about as big a flipper as you could get, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got one of the best flippers, the highest flippers. We've got to avoid it by all costs.
And how does Hypnodisc stand up to being flipped normally? Because you have got a self-righting mechanism.
Well, if we go high and come down a bit awkward, then we could be damaged.
Okay, and how's the disc actually working?
Very well.
Yeah?
Very well.
It's not slowing down at all from the last wars.
We did some modifications to the electronics just overnight, and it's working as good as it ever been. So fingers crossed.
What about the wheels?
And the Wheelie Big Cheese team. Are you looking forward to this, or are you in the least bit scared going up against?
We're not scared of Hypnodisc.
You're not?
No.
Why not?
We've got a strategy to beat him we've had for a long time.
What is that?
I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to watch and see.
Oh.
She might grass.
Oh, I can't wait. Let's get you into
She's
the
gonna
arena.
grass, man.
This is going to be hilarious. And the last brave team to go into that mayhem is Ming 3. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, a bit nervous, actually. A little bit nervous. A lot of nervous, actually.
Because you haven't faced Hypnodisc with this machine, have you?
No, not really. I'd like to have done a bit more testing and what have you yet, and I haven't faced them.
Who would you boys rather face, Hypnodisc or Wheelie Big Cheese? Why?
Because they can't make themselves right. And
if Hypnodisc doesn't get to you first. Exactly, you're scared, guys. I'm not surprised. So am I. Let's get you into that arena.
Get him in there. Who's going
I
for?
think Hypnodisc might be in trouble here. But Jonathan, what's he really up against?
Hypnodisc is twice a grand finalist. The disc is awesome, but it is suspect of being flipped, and Wheelie Big Cheese has that enormous titanium flipper. Ming 3 also has its lifting arm and crusher, a little bit like Razor's, so this could be a close shave for Hypnodisc. Back to you, Craig.
So, for a Wheelie Big Mayhem, you need a Wheelie Big robot. It's Wheelie Big Cheese!
From Langport in Somerset, Wheelie Big Cheese.
So a big Robot Wars port salute to Roger Plant's machine at 99 kilos, the lightest in this Mayhem. 224-volt motors, a Shremek, and the flipping arm, so it could be a wheeze for the cheese.
Hello, I'm Roger. This is Murray. This is John. We're the Wheelie Big Cheese team from Somerset. This is our robot, all built out of titanium. Toughest robot on the block. Here to smash everything else to bits.
And hoping to cheese him off. Go mental for Ming!
Sounds kinky.
From Somerset, Ming 3.
Never beyond the heats before, but it looks good. And the new Razor-esque crushing arm driven by 2 screwdriver electric motors is deadly. Now, did they volunteer or did Dad make them dress up like that?
Hi, I'm Andrew. This is Alexander. This is Oliver. And we are Team Ming. We're here, fresh from the planet Mongo, ready to wreak havoc on any pathetic earthlings that should happen to get in our way.
And completing today's Mayhem lineup, a robot so good they made the toy. It's the mighty, the awesome Hypnodisc!
I need Hypnodisc to redeem itself. I'll say why, but I have a bad feeling it's going to get ganged up on. I don't know why.
From Middleton Cheney, Banbury in Oxfordshire, Hypnodisc.
Constructed by the Rose family, will they bloom again with the thorny spinning disc and aluminium and mild steel shell? Will they spin to win or end up in the bin?
I'm worried.
Hi, I'm Dave Rose, team captain of Hypnodisc. These are our team members, Derek and our father Ken. We made a number of improvements this wars, the main one being a much more powerful weapon. It's so awesome, it's going to cause the ultimate destruction.
Destruction.
Stand by.
We'll find out.
There then is Ming 3, Ming the Merciless, with Andrew Cotterill at the controls. Hypnodisc, with an even better weapon and Wheelie Big Cheese. Brainchild of Roger Plant there at the controls. Dave and Derek Rose controlling Hypnodisc. And just to make things interesting, the pincer and saw of dead metal. And alongside that, get away from dead metal. You won't get away from Shunt with the axe and the scoop.
Oh, yeah.
3,
2, 1. Activate.
Never get only one survivor goes through to our Annihilator final. That's the most awesome weapon we've ever seen on Robot Wars, and it's even better, the weapon on the front of Hypnodisc, dodging away from Wheelie Big Cheese. In comes Ming 3 to enter the fray. Is that wise? Well, they have the crushing arm. Oh, goodness me!
Shit.
And the wheel is shredded on the side there of Ming 3. Look at that dent, that tear in the wheel of Ming 3. What a deadly assault. Just slicing down the side of Ming 3 completely.
Careful.
Ripping it asunder. Wheelie Big Cheese tries to get out of the way, and no wonder there's a... Look at the front of Wheelie Big
Damn.
Cheese as well. There's a huge crevasse dug out of the front of Wheelie Big Cheese. Can anything stop Hypno Disc? Look at the wheel of Wheelie Big Cheese. It's almost sliced in two. And the front.
Whoa.
Tries to get that great cheese jaw opened up to flip and maybe clamp. Ming 3 doesn't know what's hit it. I think Ming 3 could well be immobilized there and then. Trying to get back into action. Holes, slices, tears. Well, Wheelie Big Cheese has been grated, let's be honest. And as for Hypno Disc, it is pulling everyone under its spell. In it comes again. Ming 3. Battered almost into oblivion, and there goes a whole wheel. A whole wheel has come off. One attack. Oh, there goes the other one, but why not?
Okay.
So, Ming 3, what are you going to do now then, boys?
Nothing.
Come on. Back into the action, Ming 3. Creep across the arena floor. Dead Metal's out. But, of course, the ref bot... Back to Mongo for Andrew Cottrell. The ref bot's in there. Counting down. Wheelie Big Cheese counting down. Ming 3. Hypno Disc has battered everything there. That was awesome.
Bye-bye, Ming.
That was deadly, demonic destruction. Poor Alex and Oliver Cottrell. Alex
you
is
guys
11.
getting flipped.
Oliver is 8. They can't have seen anything like this in their lives. Look, Wheelie Big Cheese, one of its back tyres is almost bent and buckled, but still enough life in Wheelie Big Cheese to get rid of Ming 3. We know Ming 3 is out. We know it's going to be pitted. Wheelie Big Cheese in the grapple of Dead Metal. Oh, and look at this.
Oh, wow.
This is why this is the battle of the night. They love it.
Yeah.
Destruction. The sparks fly. Dead Metal slicing into Wheelie Big Cheese. There's the carcass also of Ming 3 in there. On the arena floor, Hypnodisc all gleaming steel and spin and destructive capabilities. And the sparks fly again, littering the arena floor. There's what's left of Ming 3. Into the pit, says one. That's where Wheelie Big Cheese is shoved by Shunt. The house robots have had their say too in this battle, which has had everything. Bravery by Wheelie Big Cheese. Suicidal behavior by Ming 3 to enter the arena at all. With the truly awesome, spectacular Hypno Disc. That was truly frightening.
We needed that.
Well, let's talk to you guys first.
I don't want to talk.
You've lost both wheels.
Well, I don't think there's anything left, is there?
It completely battered you, didn't it?
First hit, took one of the wheels out, then I was limping, and I was just a sitting duck, and I thought the pain was never going to stop.
they let you go in the end. I'll get to you guys in a minute. Well,
God damn.
You've got more holes in that Wheelie Big Cheese than Gorgonzola now, haven't you?
Hey, it's fixed out. That was only a couple of bolts broken.
What did you think of that? The power of that Hypnodisc, though?
Yeah, well, he was lucky he didn't get in our way, wasn't he?
You were playing dead for a while, weren't you? I thought you were playing dead until it came up to you, because then you started moving again.
Well, tactics, you know, tactics.
Yeah. To you guys. Now, we thought that might be a tough challenge for you, but you made light work of that, didn't you?
We thought it was going to be a tough challenge. So both robots were really well armoured, but the wheels were the vulnerable part, and that's what we went for.
Why does it make that noise as it revolves? Like,
That's the best bit. That's the scary bit, isn't it?
It
the
is,
sound,
yeah. Oh, it's kicked off now. Why does it make that noise?
It's the gearing inside.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the gearing.
Because you can hear it coming, can't you? You think, oh my God.
And it gets higher and higher, and it just gets worse and worse. You know it's going to be painful.
Well, you're through to the Annihilator, lads, and you know, you've been close many times. This time you could go all the way.
We'll try it. We'll do
Ladies and gentlemen, go ballistic for Hypnodisc!
Good job.
If you ever wondered if robots dream, they dream about fighting and going extreme. Bye-bye.
Terminator. Anytime I think about robots, I start thinking about Terminator, man. I get scared. Shouldn't be anything here. I won't give it a wheel. We're going to wait just to be patient. Some interesting stuff. Yeah, that's probably not. All right, so let's see if we can get the list. Okay, so guys, let's get it. Let's see if we can get that list. What the hell? Where's my list? Okay. All right, so yeah, we'll start off with this main event thing here. But before we do that, let me go full screen. Let me switch it. Okay. All right, so we had definitely a great show. They definitely saved the best for last, and I was happy to see that fight. Definitely one thing we were worried about was if Really Big Cheese and Ming 3 was going to double team Hypno Disc and stuff like that. Because we've seen sometimes certain robots gang up on some of the stronger robots, and that was one of my worries there. And Mr. Charles said something, but I was thinking to myself that Hypno Disc actually has to redeem itself because it had a very lackluster battle. I think it was with Pussycat Doll, but Pussycat, where, you know, it was vulnerable to its wheels. So, and, you know, after that, it was TKO for Hypnodisc. So I actually felt that it had to redeem itself. So had a nice, good bout here. Definitely was the main attraction. It's like the heavyweight bout. You're waiting for the best of the world, you know, to compete. And, you know, Hypnodisc is a very strong robot. We like Really Big Cheese's confidence. You know, it would have been kind of cool to see if it did flip it up, Hypnodisc, and it went really high. What would have happened? You know, these are the what if kind of moments and stuff like that. So we like its confidence. We see Ming 3 that has that Razor-like similarity, but definitely no disrespect to the team. It's not a Razor. It's definitely not Razor. But I definitely enjoyed, this was one of the highlight portions for me right now in this episode, was this bout. Let me see if we can grab some of the other things going on here. I think if I just go like that, let me see. Okay. Tag Team Terror. It's been nice to see King B and 101 group up together. I think this was one of the shockers because I felt like these guys had it in the bag, but maybe, you know, joking aside, you know, their bickering got involved and stuff. I'm just joking. But, yeah, Deitor and Megamore, that one surprised me. I'm so used to Deitor just getting burned up and just, you know, being out of commission based off burning that. You know, I'm almost voting off that. So I like that one shocked me. I'm happy with it. We'll see if these guys get a grudge match happening between King B and 101. I feel like that's something good for the making, make for good content. Let me see what else we got. This one was the shocker one. This was like, if I'm being honest, the middleweight, the shocker robot, definitely Typhoon. Very cool. Definitely feeling like some air hockey with its shape. And when it was going back and forth, when it hit some of the robots, definitely was impressed with that. Mammoth, you saw the robot. Just when you see a walker, I just don't get excited, especially it's going to compete in a destruction portion of a, you know, matchup, especially if you got the 6-way battle. I just, you know, one robot, you're like, hard cheese, very similar, kind of looking to Really Big Cheese, minus it just was more, I don't know if it did have a flipper, but, you know, just maybe just a pushing power. I think the other one that was okay looking on here was Zap. Zap was the one I initially chose, but Typhoon was the big shocker. So it'd be interesting to see if he can go again, because when I think about it, the way Stinger was when he was constantly spinning previous bouts, where robots didn't know how to like engage and attack it. So it'd be interesting to see how someone can go, because again, it doesn't have no self-righting mechanism. So if a robot, I don't know, like Chaos 2 or some shit, would flip it up, How is that if it don't land? It'd be kind of interesting to see that happen if it does go against some of the heavyweight bouts. But I like the team's confidence. Definitely was the deserving team to win there. There's no contest there. A lot of those robots, I'm gonna get some slack here, but we're not that interesting. I think this one, because it had the Shocker Typhoon, if it didn't have that, I think this will be probably one of the more lackluster ones. And surprising enough, when Panic Attack, we'll get to it, Stinger has not been looking like Stinger to me. And again, I'm so used to it spinning as well as a way of attacking that when it spins and their weapon actually hits, it kind of knocks back some of the opponents. And that's why you've seen people not know how to attack Stinger. So I haven't been seeing, it's been weird to say this, I probably don't make any sense, but it hasn't been feeling like Stinger. How you guys feel about this bout? I thought that AJ, the newcomers, did pretty darn good. They were attacking. They had one little scare where they went to the, into the robot circle where they can be attacked by the house robots, where it was like, yo, back up, don't mess around there. Kill-a-lots up in this piece, and you don't want to be grabbed in it. But I think he let it go, and they had a match and stuff like that. I'm okay with Stinger winning, but I hope that it goes back to some of the stuff that it was showing, because I really felt when it had other bouts and it was spinning, robots were like a little bit hesitant and scared to kind of go in at it. So it'd be nice to see that do it. Besides, it's regular when it goes up the weapon and it goes back down and stuff like that. We'll see what happens later on in the future and stuff. What else do we have? Exterminator versus Panic Attack, the rivalry that didn't really get. You had Charles saying sore loser, the kids say sore losers, but Panic Attack, it just seems like it's just one of those robots and teams that is just very professional, like, and very cool, very down to earth team. The Pops is such a great driver. He, showed that good. He showed his skills there. Definitely has improved drastically. He had more precision going on there, hitting the tire to get that circle. You had a feeling, is this sucker going to go down into the stuff? But when the announcer was like, oh yeah, Exterminator can self-right, it was like the major jinx, because after that, you didn't see it, self-right at all. So maybe they had a lot of the technical difficulties happening there, but I didn't realistically think, and it's messed up, that it could win against Panic Attack, and which it didn't. You know what I mean? Panic Attack is just a great robot. Definitely hope to see it competing more. Definitely one of my favorites, alongside some of the great ones like Razor, Chaos 2, of course, Hypnodisc. Those are some of the robots that, for me, are very memorable. For me, at least as far as some of these bouts have been concerned, those are my heavyweight champs. Those are the ones that I really look forward to seeing, and I'm glad Hypnodisc was in it. It didn't disappoint. I was very happy for it. Hold on, I gotta take a sip because I'm feeling a little bit parched. Yeah, so like it's weird, when they say like this is crazy, like they want to challenge, but at the end of the day, it's cool because we get to see more things happening. One thing that I was a little bit unsure about, and you guys can fill me in here, is that when we had the first episode, we had the the Behemoth with this title thing. So I was thinking that they were going to bout again. So I guess, I don't know if it doesn't seem like it's going to be every episode, but I definitely want to see them go back and defend that, this title that they got. I think, did we miss anything else here? Yeah, so good bouts, definitely entertaining. The only one that could be perceived as not like the most crazy bout was the 6-way bout. Some of the robots were just kind of to me. But, from it came that cool robot typhoon and stuff like that. So nice to see. Hopefully we'll see that again. But definitely interesting to see. Hail is actually doing some pretty good damage, and it has an unpredictability to it. So thank you guys for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll do our best to continue on with the journey to the best of our ability. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the content, hit that like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss a beat, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.